Well, hello everyone and welcome to Painless Universal, a conversation with myself and Welsh. I am excited about today's conversation because we're talking all things sickle cell.
Yep.
Now, sickle cell is it's still an invisible condition because so many people still don't know what sickle cell is. And I will start my conversation by saying it is a genetic blood disorder. It is not contagious. It's not contagious. It is a genetic. Both parents carry the gene, and if you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting sickle cell if both of your parents carries the gene. And like myself and my guest here, both of us have sickle cell. And we're talking all the way from he's in Nigeria, and he'll be telling me about his own journey of living with sickle cell. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. Good afternoon.
Oh my goodness, I'm absolutely delighted. So Japheth, you reached out to me on my Instagram page, and you sent me a music video and everything, and my team told me about it, and I said to them, what can we do? I said, okay, let's just do an interview first and we go from there. Let's start with a conversation, right? And and there you are. We're connected.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Japheth.
Thank
So
you.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
Once more, thank you so much for the invite. I'm really delighted to be here.
Okay.
My name is Japheth Ezekiel Maichibi. I'm 32. I'm from a family of 6, four males, 2 females. I'm the last being sickle cell, and our third also is sickled. And I'm a 400 level psychology student, but I'm currently out of school due to complications battling sickle cell. I've been out of school actually since 2014, just when I was about to graduate. That was when the worst of my experience struck. Until date, I've not been able to. I had just a year to round up, but it came in real hard, and that's the reason why I'm on crutches today. I've not been able to go back to school. I'm a songwriter, I'm a rapper. I see myself as an inspiration to the sickle cell community. I'm happy. I don't see sickle cell as a death sentence. That is what I always say to my fellow warriors. It is not a death sentence. Rise above the limitation. Do not be locked behind the cells of sickle cell. That is what I always say.
Oh my goodness, I love that. I love what you just said there because you are absolutely right. A lot of us have, when we have sickle, I remember myself when I was much younger, I saw sickle, I must admit. I saw sickle as a death sentence. I thought, God, why me? My sisters could do this, everyone could play. I'm always at home, in hospital. But with time and with people having people talk to me, I realized that it wasn't a death sentence, that this was just a message. And it was something I just needed to find my own peace with sickle. And once I found my own peace with sickle cell became my friend rather than me seeing it as this person who's my enemy, who's just there to make my life misery. And just that I really love that what you just said at the beginning, that even though you've had all these challenging times with your sickle, you've never let your sickle cell define you. So could you just tell me about life growing up when you were much younger, growing up with sickle cell?
Okay, so I think from age 6, I was diagnosed with sickle cell. I lived a pretty normal life. There wasn't much crisis then, but from 6 years old, I remember it was always in and out of hospital. You know, 1 week you're down, this week you're okay. But I managed to scale through primary, through secondary, through university. Though it wasn't easy, sometimes I'll have to miss school for like a month. Sometimes I'll come back just when it's like 2 weeks to exam. And one thing with sickle cell is God who created us, he gave us this powerful brains. Like I say, we are intelligent, we are geniuses, we are amazing. And with that, even if I have 2 weeks to write my exams, I still aced my exams. That was one advantage I had. It was something to really fall back on.
Mm.
And down to university level, I was doing well. I started university in 2009. I was supposed to have graduated, but then the same in and out of hospital experiences, I had to defer. Then I had to change a course because I started with statistics, but statistics wasn't really going well for me. So the department said, why don't I do a change of course and go to a department that is less stressful? But I really loved to study statistics, but the health complication wouldn't just let me focus in school. So I changed to psychology. So I was brought back to 200 level. So I had to start over again. And then I got 400 level. Just when I just got my project topic, I was about to start a project and graduate. That was when the worst experience struck. It started with AVN, a vascular necrosis of the left hip.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tell me what happened.
Okay, university days, it was fun. It was okay. I was doing well, though I had an ankle ulcer then, but only a few of my friends knew. It was really minute at a then. And few of my friends didn't even know I had sickle cell. It was later on because I was living quite well. One thing I always do is my mom always say, make water your friend. And I grew up with that. I grew up with
Exactly. Exactly.
that.
I have a bottle. I have to drink 4 liters a day, and I'm so
Exactly.
ruthless about it. I don't take chance. And the day I don't drink, my body actually tells me that something
Exactly.
is not right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we try to stay hydrated, you know, we have to fight, our system fight twice as hard to keep us going. So we need to fuel it with fluids. So you wouldn't even know I'm sickled. So October 2014, I came back home. My dad studied psychology too. So I came to pick one or two materials that I could use to start mine. And from that day, October 17, 2014, till this very moment, I don't know what relief feels like anymore. Like it's been one pain to another until I learned to just ignore the pain. I fought real hard. I learned to stay strong, really strong, because it really hit me hard. Because at some point, it was just a thin line between life and death. I was just battling. Would I survive this? Would I fight? And thankfully to God Almighty, I made it through this very moment that I'm on crutches. So it was a torture seeing how your life can just take a turn. You
Mm,
know,
yeah.
I wasn't just doing okay with my legs. I played football once a while. I played basketball once a while. How come I'm now on crutches? What happened? Sometimes I ask myself that question, and I just try to inspire myself. That is one thing I've learned to.
So
So
wait, sorry, I just missed that. So you're saying you go into hospital? Did you wake up one morning with a crisis, and all of a sudden you went into hospital and they did surgery on you? Bang, you're on crutches.
yeah, I came, like I said, I came back home. I was supposed to go back to school, and I woke up with a crisis one afternoon, and I observed that when I made a step, there was this squeaky sound in my hip.
Okay.
There was no sign. I didn't complain of any pain. I didn't complain of this or that. But I woke up with a crisis, I knew. And I called my mom and said, can you observe this? Every step I made, there was this squeaky sound. And it was like, it was really confusing. That night, I never slept. I
Okay.
couldn't even go back to school because I was supposed to go back to start my project, but I couldn't go back that day. So the whole of that night was hell. I was in pain because my mom said, okay, why don't we observe and see what's up? But that night, that was the beginning of a journey that has really taught me a lot about sickle cell, a journey that has dealt with me, a journey that has still taught me to be strong. So the next morning, we went to the hospital and an x-ray was performed, and it was really shocking. It was really, really shocking. The hip was totally damaged. It was like a match, like, I don't know how to describe that. I saw my hip and I was like, what happened? How? And that was the first time I was hearing about a vascular necrosis of the hip. So the doctor explained that I was going to need a hip surgery and all that and all that. And by then I had a leg sore. And the orthopedic doctor said there's no way we can carry out a hip replacement surgery while I was still managing an ankle ulcer, that we had to treat the ankle ulcer first before we can go ahead for a hip replacement surgery. So I was placed on wheelchair all through 2014, 2015. I was on wheelchair. And that was how my hip was going. All of a sudden, I just can't walk any more longer. It was really a torture. And due to the pain, as at then, while I was managing the leg sore, there was this comfort position, this area of comfort I was always um, finding where, however I position my leg, I feel comfort. So you had to do with me folding my leg. And for a while there, my knee now got stuck because I had stayed long without stretching my knee. So gradually the muscle contracted and it formed knee ankylosing. So my left, I can't articulate my left leg right now. It's just, straight like that because I had a muscle release. At first it was curved, but they had to do a muscle release. So 2016, I had a hip replacement surgery, but it was a total mess. I had it here in Nigeria, in Abuja, and it was a total mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my parents fought real hard to raise the funds because mom and dad are retired teachers, and it wasn't as if the funds were there. So sold off one or two properties, then appealed to one or two family relations, and we were able to raise the funds for hip replacement surgery. We had a hip replacement surgery in 2016, June, but the hip replacement was a mess. It failed.
Yeah.
Doctor didn't do quite a good job. He didn't, yeah, he didn't do quite a good job because after the hip replacement surgery, I think I enjoyed my hip for like few weeks and it dislodged.
Wow.
Yeah, due to the knee. The knee was really bad, so he had to work. It was later we discovered that they said that he was supposed to work on the knee, make the knee stable first before doing a hip implant, but he did the hip implant first. So the knee now was always affecting the hip surgery. So that was how the hip dislodged. I went back, it was pushed back. I was cut open again. They had to push it back. It was fixed. And then I came back home, did another week, it dislodged again. And I refused to go back. I said, I can't contend with the pain because the pain was undefined. It was hell. It was torture. I just could not go back to that hospital because the torture it was massive.
That's
So
too
that
much.
was it was too much. It was too much, man. So
So
at
that's
some point,
how, is this how you now have ended up in not, you're not in a wheelchair, but you're now using crutches now.
yeah, that was how I ended up.
Oh my.
Yeah. Exactly. I had the hip like that dislodged. I was managing on it, though it was really painful. It was hell. But I was just managing on it with crutches. And December 23rd, I had a surgery to take it out because it was causing a lot of pain and it was causing a lot of infection because it was dislodged. So the purpose of the surgery wasn't met.
Yes.
Uh, this is the implant.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so we had to take it out.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had to take it out. This is the femoral head and the cap. It was supposed to be like this to give
Yeah.
me a new, yeah,
Yeah.
but it didn't work. So I had to take it out. I had a surgery in December 23rd to take it out. So my hip is just left empty, like just
Just
with
bad.
just there. Oh, once a while it pierces my flesh. There's this pain I feel, but it's better. It's
Yeah.
much better. Yes. And I
Oh,
still have the ankle ulcers.
oh wow. So
Yeah.
in all of this, let's think about this. You have gone through tremendous amount of pain. but you have not stopped it. You even talking to me right now, you are smiling. And a lot of people, they don't have to go through as much pain, even though they have sickle cell. They don't have to go through so much pain, but they can't smile because they just think life is worse. How
Yeah.
did you find your own joy, even though you went through all this amount of pain? You're now full time on crutches, but you're smiling. Tell me, what is the secret? How did you do that?
Okay, I'm a Christian. First and first, I would say I give glory to God Almighty that I'm alive.
Yes.
It was a moment that was supposed to take my life. At some point, I died because I was on admission one certain time, and the voices I was hearing, they were sounding really far. It was like I was gradually going,
Yes.
but my other brother came. It was like God just told him, "Go and do this," and he came straight to my ear and shouted, "Boy!" And I woke up.
Mm.
Yeah, and I woke up. So I felt I was dying then because the pain was just, there was no comfort. It was a period where 1 minute sleep is like I slept for 1 hour. If I could just sleep for 1 minute, it feels like I slept for 1 hour. Can you imagine 24 hours? You turn left is pain, you turn right, there's pain. But God has been faithful. I have a friend. His name is Godwin. He has been really, really amazing. Amazing family and friends really played a part in me smiling today because they stuck around. They kept me going. They let me know that, hey, we are with you in this. So don't give up, keep fighting. So one thing is I've just learned to rise above the limitation.
Yay. I like that. Yay. Absolutely. Because
Yeah,
there's so much life is going to throw at you. And it doesn't matter. Even if it's not sickle cell, there is other challenges in this world that life will throw out you.
exactly.
There are people
Exactly.
losing their kids. There are people who just lost their everything and it's just them alive. So it's
Exactly.
finding that limitation, saying, look, I'm here for a reason and I'm going to raise above it. Oh, I love that. Well done to you. I love that.
Thank you.
Go on.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
So I told myself, I said, I can't give up this fight. If I survive to this level, then there's a purpose in my life.
Yes.
There is a purpose. There's something I'm supposed to learn. Because at some point, God doesn't allow us contend with a battle we cannot face, we cannot handle.
No.
He's always there. He's always there. That's just, be you a Christian, be you a Muslim, be you how you worship, but it's from the mind. What you believe works for you. So I just believe that I'm not gonna die. That was the first thing I told myself. I'm not gonna die. Yeah, the pain is there, but we keep grinding. So I go into songwriting. I go into, yeah.
So
I
what kind of
I,
songs you write? Could you just sing us a tune of some of your songs?
Okay, the first idea was Blessed Child, and it goes like, it was October 17, the year 2014, between life and death. I was somewhere in between, I couldn't hold it. Needles always piercing my skin. Why ask why? Like say, I know be God Peking, the Lion of the Judah. I am that I am. I've been through hell, no beyond, I did young. Like, this is hell, this is hell. Which one do you choose? Papa couldn't help me. Mama was confused. I can't leave God alone. I can't lose.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Wow.
have
It's
three
really
songs.
turning pain to wow, I love that. Yeah. So tell me, keep going. What happened? So you got into music writing and what else?
Yeah. I met, like I said, there was a friend who was really, really, really superb. Godwin. We were friends. We met in 2012. Then I was okay. I was on my feet. 2012, we met with him, and it was the same music that actually connected us. He was a music producer, and I sent him a friend request on Facebook and told him I would love to learn music production as at then. I haven't gotten into music writing as at then. And we were pretty close. So when I fell sick, he was always there. From 2015, that he saw me on wheelchair till this very moment, he has always been by my side. So he was a musical producer, and we got talking. And I said, I want to turn my pain into inspiration. I said, how do I turn my pain into inspiration? Something I can give to the public, something I can use to tell my story, something inspirational, something to encourage someone out there. Because I got to realize that A lot of sickle cell warriors, they cage themselves. They are caged. They see life as if it's over for them
Mm.
because they have sickle cell. But hey, there are worse diseases out there. Talk about cancer, talk about this, talk about that. So that you have, it's a blood disorder. First thing I try to let people know that I am not a diseased person. I only have a blood disorder.
Mhm.
Get
Yes.
informed. Get informed. Do not see me like a weakling. I am stronger than you think. I always try to let my friends know, do not pity me. Just show empathy, show compassion. I'm okay with that. So I got into songwriting. I did Blessed Child. I have another track titled Brighter Day. I have another one titled Able God. And he has been a massive support. This very friend I was talking about, he kept me close and taught me how to, write the bars. We recorded, and it was amazing. And these are songs that some of my friends call me once in a while and say, "You're an inspiration. Please don't stop fighting." I remember this very experience. I was in church, and one lady, very young girl, she came and gave me a hug and said, "You're the reason I'm alive." And I said, "What? What do you mean?" She said she was contemplating suicide at some point in her life because she had sickle cell, but she stumbled across my post on Facebook. There was a write-up I did on Facebook, and she said that was her saving grace. That was what saved her. So she came and gave me a very big hug and said, "Thank you. You're the reason I'm alive." And that really felt good. It really felt good. I said, okay, now I know there is a purpose and I can't stop going. I just have to keep going. I have to just keep going, encouraging my sickle cell warriors out there. So it has been pretty amazing. Even with the pain, I just try to ignore it. I just, see myself like this inspiration, this person that touches lives positively. So every morning I wake up, I try to talk to myself and say, you have a purpose. There is something out there for you to do. You cannot give up now. And I came up with a 5-word activism. I said 5 words, don't you ever give up. So every time I say, don't you ever give up, don't stop fighting, keep moving, keep moving. You fall down 10 times, you get up 11. There is always light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, Dan. Oh my goodness. I'm so super, super, super happy to talk to you because, you know, with the pandemic, I mean, the pandemic has showed so many people that how weak little uncertainty could make us. But
Yeah.
we living with chronic illnesses such as sickle cell anemia, we are always in uncertainty. And a lot of people, because of the pandemic, has either thinking about suicide or suffering from extreme mental cases, but what they forget to look at is all the other blessings that the pandemic has also brought to them. All they've seen is all the disappointment of the pandemic, rather than looking at it as saying, okay, yes, the pandemic has made me, I probably lost my job, I probably lost my wife, but probably the pandemic has also made me realize that that wasn't for me. Those things wasn't for me. And it's an opportunity for me to restart my life and look for what is really, truly for me. And I hear so many people talk about my mental health, I'm suffering, I'm in striving pain. And I say to them, people with chronic illness have been living through this pain for a very long time. But one thing you should always do is never think of giving up. Whatever happens, you think about the positivity and why you are here. And even if you can't find it in that moment, keep searching. One day that
Yeah.
answer will be there. And you might not even be there for yourself, but you might be around for someone else. Like listening to you today gave me more hope, gave me more
Thank you.
hope, not just for me here, myself, but for other people who are all saying, I don't know what to do. The pandemic has really put me in a strange situation. And there you are. Sickle cell has made you've not completed your education because of sickle
Yeah.
cell. You're now, on crutches permanently because of this
Yeah.
thing. You're now, you're sometimes in constant pain because of this thing. And you also had to deal with the pandemic as well. But look at
Wow.
you. You are
Oh,
smiling. Oh gosh,
oh.
I'm so glad I talked to you today because you made my day. So tell me, what next for you?
All right. Currently I have a GoFundMe account. I'm
Mm.
appealing to the public because I I told myself, I said, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna dance with my wife. These are positive things I keep declaring, I keep telling myself. So
Mm.
I have that hope of traveling abroad and get a better treatment. So I'm trying to raise funds for these surgeries. I need a hip replacement surgery. I need a knee replacement surgery, and then the treatment of the ankle ulcers. So with my advocacy, I'm hoping that I get a larger platform like yours here. It's an honor, honestly, being here.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I wish to use my songs, my story to inspire the public, to encourage sickle cell warriors out there and any other one going through one pain or the other. Pain is pain, but sickle cell there's a different definition, a different dimension to the pain. It's undefined. That is how I call it. It's just undefined. The pain is excruciatingly undefined. So I'm hoping that I can use my story to uh, get a larger platform where I could rap, I could sing, and tell the public that, hey, I have a GoFundMe account. Please do well to donate. I wish to walk again. I wish to travel out. I wish to have my surgeries done, and I wish to fully, perform in creating sickle cell awareness, because genotype testing is still a must. We really need to act up, most especially here in Nigeria. Sometimes I see myself that I am opportune, as though I don't have a certificate, but I've got to study a lot online. I've studied a lot, and I just realized that people in the rural areas, they don't know all these things. They just get into marriages. I hear of stories of other warriors who don't even know that there's something like routine medication. You need to drink water, stay away from mosquito, study your stress level, know yourself, know what works for you. There's a lot of ignorance out there. So I wish to really, really use my story to preach out and tell the young youths out there, please know your genotype. It's very, very important. Do not put a child in my kind of shoes, because
Mm.
knowing what the pain is, I truly hate to see a newborn brought into a life of pain, knowing that it would have been avoided. My mom and dad got married way back in the 70s, so I don't blame them for
Yeah.
my pain. I love me. I love my life. I love the fact that I am Japheth. I am here. I was told I wasn't gonna live up to 15. I wasn't gonna live past a certain age, but I'm 32 today. Isn't that God? And we have warriors who are doing very well. They're kicking on.
Mm.
So come on, it's not a death sentence. So what next for me right now is to push my GoFundMe account and plead with the public to really assist me, support my dream of using my songs and my story to create more awareness and be an inspiration to many warriors out there. And don't stop moving. We just keep fighting.
Oh wow, thank you so much. And I'm sure we will be supporting some of your GoFundMe account. And we thank you so much for you joining us. And also we'll be sharing your GoFundMe link with the public, especially once the video is out. We'll be sharing it with the
Thank
public.
you so much,
And we'll kill
Leanne.
them to do whatever they can to support your vision. I really appreciate your time and talking to me so honestly about this. I thank you for this beautiful conversation. And all I can say to you is please keep smiling. No matter what life throws at you, keep smiling. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Lydia. And I really had fun. It was amazing. I've always looked forward to this day, and I'm glad it had really happened. And few words to warriors out there: please, 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 don't you ever give up. As I always say, 5 words: don't you ever give up. Bring out a pen and pad. Write, encourage yourself. Write down your healing declaration. Write out your positive plans, and you see that gradually you'll overshadow the negative thoughts that always come to you that tells you are sickled and there's no hope. It's a lie. There's a very big hope out there. So long you're alive, know that you have a purpose on earth. So fight on. Just be happy. Drink a lot of water and smile.
Thank you. I will
Thanks
speak
so
to you
much.
soon. Thank you.